in addition to the fact that all of our staff, security staff, have the same training. So there's no unique training that staff at Joliet have that's unique and separate from our other staff that either have monitored and secured either max youth or medium or minimum security youth. With that said, though, even notwithstanding closing discussion, what we've been moving toward as a department is to provide professional development enhancement of our staff so that they can not only secure youth, but also work to be more engaging and be more proactive in their fusing situation. And so that's been a vision and a plan, and some of the parts that have been implemented already. But again, at the end, we're looking at cost saving also. And so that's part of it in terms of the tremendous budgetary pressure that we're under.
Is there a difference in the structure, the physical nature of a maximum security DJJ facility and a minimum security DJJ facility? There's got to be some distinction between the two, I assume. Otherwise, why would you have classification? So help me understand the differences. If the employees are trained the same and capable of handling both, what's the difference between maximum and medium? Is it physical plant or is it something else?
I think it's a physical plant. You may see more of a barbed wire effect, let's say, in those that are deemed more max than others. Then there's the IYC Joliet, which was built in 1957. It has a more adult look to it in terms of the freezing effect. And so those are some of the real things that we looked at when we sorted through. And we can sit here and I can talk about each of my 8 facilities. I can speak on each of our 8 facilities, and I can talk specifically about strengths and also the needs of each facility. And so at the end of the day, as we sorted through this decision that's impacted by this 9.3% cut, and the fact that there is no other way that the Department of Juvenile Justice can reduce costs of that magnitude other than closing facilities, we said what makes sense in terms of the direction that the state of Illinois is going in terms of what its juvenile justice system is going to look like, that's in line with what the national experts and the national data and all the studies show that we need to move in that direction. So at the end, that's what it was based on.
And I don't disagree with that premise, and I am not suggesting to you that you don't come up with a 9.3 or 4% cut. I'm not suggesting that at all, but I do think there are some opportunities within this on how we do it that are important to analyze and for us to understand. And so back to the question on difference in a physical plant, will there need to be upgrades at the medium security facilities to which Joliet's current occupants will be transferred if in fact Joliet closes?
I mean, yes, sir. Actually, at St. Charles is one that we were looking at some.
Is it specific to it? Because all these places need improvements, they need capital investment. All of them do. But I want to narrow it specifically to: are we going to have to spend money to get these medium security juvenile justice facilities upgraded to be able to handle maximum security individuals?
In a couple of ways, I'll answer that. In one of the facilities, we are looking at some upgrades in terms of locks, in terms of windows, and as part of the already existing capital development plan that's been in place since FY11, FY12. And so that's one. Then also, when and if we transition these youth to other facilities, we will have to add the additional staff. And Brian Becker will talk about that. So
but that didn't happen anyway. I mean, that's not specific to the maximum medium.
No, not.
If you brought minimum, or if you brought medium people here,
yes, sir,
you'd have to add staff.
That's correct.
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
So yeah, there are some costs, and I can be more specific and get to the committee in terms of what those specific costs are as it pertains to the small piece of our capital development expenditure plan that would be specific, let's say, to a possible transition of youth there that I'm asking.
And I would like to have, before we vote, a better understanding of the logistics of the difference between the facilities and how what are now medium facilities are going to handle people who are classified as being a maximum risk. One other area.
We can provide that.
I appreciate it. No, I know, and you guys have been very responsive as a department. I appreciate it. The concept of plant and costs and so forth, part of the overall analysis you said of trying to get to a point where a few years down the road we're running, leaner, more efficient, and actually still serving the needs as your charter requires. One of the things I would assume you're going to have to look at is how much infrastructure investment is necessary at the various facilities, say over the next 5 years. Can you compare for me between the St. Charles and Chicago facilities and this Joliet facility, how much an investment is expected to be needed in the plant over the next, say, 5 years for those three facilities? Because part of the decision, I assume, if one facility is going to require $250 million in upgrades in the near term, and another one's going to require 10, and the other one's going to require 10, obviously having $250 million on the scale for one of them is going to sort of go against them in the overall calculus. So how much was that